Hey, everybody, welcome. So happy you're here on this Tuesday night. First of all, I was planning to start by saying something else, but I'm going to start with this. When we were decided to require 9K steps a day for our current challenge, the weight loss challenge and the step challenge, we were a little worried. Like we'd never done 9K steps a day. We'd done 6K, 7K, 8K, right? And everybody's like, oh, I don't know. 9K will be okay. Will that be too much? Everyone's doing it. Everyone is doing it. And that's what I remember saying. If we set it at 9,000 steps a day, people will do it. And the goal really is and should be 10,000 steps a day. If you're doing 10,000 steps a day for life, you're going to live longer. The science has been done. So the people that move 10K steps a day live longer than people who don't. So that's the ultimate goal. So hopefully in the near future, we'll do one that's 10K steps a day. But I wanted to share that people are hitting the 9,000 steps a day, and it's really making my day every day when I see them doing that. So if you're not in the group, start aiming for 9K steps a day. You can do it. It's been proven by our group. So wanted to share that, and then I wanted to share a health tip. So that kind of was a health tip. Another health tip is that I do when I buy vegetables. This is not a very fun health tip if you don't like vegetables, but even if you don't like them, you need to eat them. When I buy them, I do tend to buy them in bulk, like more than we're going to eat for the meal that night or the meal the next night. Like I buy a big thing of broccoli, I buy tons of green beans, I buy tons of sugar snap peas. That's one of my favorites. And I come home and I cook them. Even if we're not going to eat them that night, I steam them or I roast them and I season them. If I'm roasting them, I'll season them before I roast them. If I'm steaming them, I season them a little bit afterwards. And then they're in the refrigerator, ready to eat when we're ready for them. And I have noticed since I started doing this, the kids are snacking on vegetables. Like last night, I'm laughing because we were sitting around watching something. I can't remember. Me, Scott, and Mike. And Scott went and got a container of cooked green beans that just had a little bit of olive oil and salt on them. And he sat there and ate the whole thing. And like, what a dream come true for a high school boy to be snacking on green beans. So, if you cook it, they're more likely to eat it. Same goes for fruit. When you buy it, cut it up, have it in the refrigerator, ready to be eaten. If it's cut up, I learned that from my mom. If it's cut up, you're more likely to eat it. Kids are more likely to eat it. Your husband, your wife are more likely to eat it if it's ready to go. If you don't cut it up, a lot of times it will go bad before you even cut it up, you know? So that's my health tip. And then I think Nicole's gonna go into possibly sharing about nerve, and I might chime in a little bit about nerve too.
Yes, so I'm pulling up the picture so I can share it. Okay, so actually, Amy, do you still use Nerve or do you no longer use it? Because I know you were using it for a little while for something, right? You used it
I
temporarily.
don't use it
Okay.
I'm not currently using it. I did use it when I first started for my Raynaud's, and it did help me. But then I realized when I stopped it, my Raynaud's was still so much better just from the gut health supplements
Wow,
that I haven't started taking it again.
that's
So,
great.
yeah.
All right, let me pull up the sheet. Here we go. So I feel like this was important to talk about because I feel like a lot of people don't know about Nerve or they just haven't tried it. Or those of us that know about it, a lot of us don't use it or don't use it often. But what's great about it is you don't have to use it all the time. Like it could be a as needed product, like something happens and you need nerve support for some reason, or you're having, some kind of nerve pain issues. This is an awesome product to try out. And with this, it's the same as Ease. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ease capsules. Both of these go hand in hand. They work really well together. So if you're going to be taking Nerve, it is actually ideal that you're also taking Ease. And even better yet, if you've started the Ease before the Nerve, so that you can start working on the inflammation in the body, working on the inflammation actually in those nerves specifically, and reducing them before you even start the Nerve product, that can work even better. And with both of them, you want to start on what's called a loading dose, and that is taking 6 capsules. So, a lot of times with our products, we'll have you start slow on something. For example, ProBio or BioCleanse, you start with 1 or 2 and then you work your way up. With this one, it's more backwards. We actually want to start with 6 capsules a day, and you don't need to take all of those at once. Like you could do 3 in the morning, 3 at night, or do like 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 at night. So you'll do the 6 capsules a day, ideally for like a whole month. I mean, you could just do a couple weeks if you want, see how that goes. But ideally, if you can do that for a whole month, so you're going to need to start with at least 2 bottles, ideally 3 bottles of Nerve, just to kick it off for that first month to really start getting this to work inside your body. You kind of want to, it's a product that like builds upon itself. So it's like I said, it's a loading dose. You're going to load up on it first, and then we're going to ease back off of it. So same with the ease. So month 2, you'll only need 2 bottles because you're going to do 4 capsules a day instead of the 6. And then month 3, you can go down to 2 capsules a day and see how that goes. Now, if you find that the nerve pain starts to come back, maybe up your dose again. So anyways, that's just a general idea of how to use those capsules. And you could take, Nerve with or without food. It doesn't really necessarily matter too much as far as I know. This is just a little summary. So I'm going to go over some of the ingredients. And I do have a quick testimonial from a friend that I want to share about Nerve as well. So can you guys still see the Nerve graphic? I just moved something. Looks like it's still good. Okay, cool. So basically what Nerve does is it regenerates your nerves. It helps reduce symptoms of tingling and numbness if you have anything like that. And what it does is it's basically like stimulating a protein in the body, which is called nerve growth factor, which that's what has to be activated for nerves to start to heal. Now, nerves can heal on their own, but it usually takes a lot of time from what I've learned, and it's just a very slow process. So plexus nerve and ease can really help, move that process along. Now, you could also take medications, of course, for nerve issues. Plenty of people do that, and that can help, but a lot of times it's just masking the symptoms and it's not truly getting to the root cause and actually starting to heal the nerves itself. So, and a lot of times with those nerve medications, I mean, people have to take them such long term, and I'm not sure what the um, effects can be for taking those as well. But just, why not try something natural if you can? So plexus nerve is a great idea. So I'm just going to go over a highlight of like, some of the main ingredients in it and what they do. So part of it is this proprietary blend that Plexus put it in it that actually increases that protein and nerve growth factor that needs to be stimulated. And it's N-acetyl-carnitine. Actually, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. It's acetyl L-carnitine, which is actually an amino acid that improves blood flow and nerve pain. The other one is ALA, which is alpha lipoic acid, and that increases blood flow and helps reduce neuropathy. And then methylated B12, I think it's like called methylcobalamin, if I'm saying that right. That actually helps increase circulation. And also, since we were just mentioning a methylated vitamin that's in there, one thing I want to mention, which I can, I'll point out actually later at the end, but if you check out your Plexus Communities Facebook group, Amy posted something about Nerve today. That formula was just updated, and they switched from using folic acid, which was previously in it, to methylated, basically a methylated version, which is called methylfolate. So even better, this is, basically the ingredient methylfolate is more bioavailable. So what that means is your body is able to more easily absorb and use the folate versus folic acid. Your body actually has to do like extra processes to actually convert it to be able to use it. So your body has to work harder to use folic acid. It's just not in its most natural form. So so glad they've updated this, and people have been asking for this. So Plexus listens. It's been a while, but a lot of ambassadors have been pushing for them to switch from folic acid to methylfolate. So super happy they listened. The other thing that they listened to us about is the titanium dioxide. was also another update that this product has had. What was it, a couple months ago? Maybe, I don't know. I feel like sometime within the last this year, they updated both Ease and Nerve. They no longer have titanium dioxide in it. And that means that the coloring now in the capsules is going to look a little different. They're more yellow now. So people were questioning, like, what happened to Nerve? Is there something wrong with my Nerve capsules? They look off. They used to be more of a white color because of titanium dioxide, but they've removed that. So anyways, I just love how Plexus is always improving that for us, make sure we're getting the best ingredients in our products. Okay, so back to the ingredients, some of the other ingredients in the product. Basically what this product is doing is it's getting the blood circulation going. Like I said, it increases that blood supply to get it where it needs to be to deliver oxygen to the cells to help heal these nerves. Another ingredient that's in it is quercetin, which has anti-inflammatory properties. And then it also has butcher's broom and what's it called? Horse chestnut. So I'm going to read about those because I just want to make sure I talk about these two correctly. So here's some facts I learned on it. So horse chestnut extract is a very strong antioxidant. It has an ingredient called acecine. I don't know how to say it. It's AESCINE, which resists redness and swelling without suppressing the immune system. It's mainly used today for chronic venous insufficiency. So I guess, what is that? Like veins in the legs, I guess, leg cramps and swelling. And then the other ingredient is butcher's broom root. And it says in some cultures, this root is eaten like asparagus and it helps with circulatory problems such as pain, heaviness, cramps, itching, and swelling. So those are kind of the main things that make Nerve what it is. It's a really amazing product. So give it a try. If you have any questions, let us know. And then I am going to share one of my friend's stories just real quick. And she shared her regimen with us so that you guys can hear how it helped her. Just pull that up again. Okay. And I'll share my screen. I lost you guys. Where's my Zoom? Okay. It's like a 1-minute video. Actually, I think it's less.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I am a certified nutritional specialist, a fitness instructor, and a personal trainer. And I truly believed that all I needed to do to be the healthiest I could be would be to eat healthy and exercise pretty much every day. And I have done that for almost 40 years now. So I had no idea the benefits I could get from addressing my gut health with Plexus. I was able to get off prescriptions for anxiety, osteoarthritis. I was able to stop taking 8 to 10 gabapentin a day for pain due to my degenerative disc disease. I was having the nerves in my back burned off every 6 months for pain. And I'm happy to say I am pain-free, med-free, feel better at almost 54 than I did in my 30s and 40s. Hi, I'm Karen, and I am a certified nutritional specialist.
Okay, and then she left me this voice message so you guys can hear what she did for her regimen.
So I started with the triplex, and then I also did the loading dose of Ease and Nerve. And within 2 months, I felt like a new person. So I was actually I did the 6 a day of the Ease and Nerve for the first month and then went to 4. And then at that point was when I started weaning off of the gabapentin. And I have not done the gabapentin or had the nerves in my back burned off in 8.5 years.
Pretty amazing testimony. So that's all we have for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed this info. I'm also
Can I add one thing on
Oh,
the
yeah,
nerve?
go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't taken nerve a lot, but we normally have some on hand. And whenever I get a pinched nerve, like in my back or my neck, which happens like every 3 months, it seems like, I'll start taking nerve right away, just 2, or maybe I'll start with, 4 a day for a couple of days. And every time it gets rid of it within like 5 or 6 days. Otherwise it would like linger for weeks and, and bother me. So I think it's good just to have a bottle on hand just for stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's smart too. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna upload this recording and I'll post it in your Plexus community. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, question for John. If we do have the bottle on hand and we do have something that comes up, do we do the loading dose? And then like if we're not continuing it every day and we go back to it like 6 months later, do we have to do the loading dose again? I always not sure how to handle that.
I don't know. I never did. Did the loading dose. I would start out, trying to take it twice a day, 2 each time. So I guess that is sort of a loading dose, like four a day. But like I said, true loading dose would be 6. So I don't know. I think everybody's different. I definitely get a benefit from just doing the 4 a day and starting with that seems to work. But
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say four, start with 4 or 6 a day if you haven't been, taking it every day for a while.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Jenny just said if you're experiencing neuropathy, usually a diabetic issue, it's usually a diabetic issue, but was a COVID issue, Nerve was good to use. Oh, interesting. What else? Oh, Jenna also mentioned in the chat, I was having some major nerve pain in my wrist recently and started Nerve and Ease, and she's seen amazing improvement. So that's great. And there's one other
I gotta
comment.
say, when I have people that are having pain and it involves a joint or possibly a nerve, if they do the loading dose, if they commit to the loading dose, if it's just like a joint and we think it's inflammation, or a muscle, if they commit to the loading dose of these, they feel better. And if it's like a nerve pain, sciatica, something like that, if they commit to the loading dose of nerve, they feel better. And when people start both, like Jenna said, it's amazing. The hardest part is getting people to commit to the loading dose. It's intimidating a little bit, but it's worth it. Way cheaper than trying to do like massages regularly or
That's
much better for you than medication.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Absolutely.
But I think we need to share about these products more. I myself forget to share about them.
Yeah, and
So,
Jenny mentioned it helped with a rash that she just recently had. It helped with her pain and itching. So that's good to know too.
it's amazing. That's good.
I wish I had it after I was pregnant with Josie. I had pups severely,
Oh, pups. Yeah, that's really itchy, right?
and it went all the way down my legs.
Oh gosh.
And I had it on my stomach, and then as soon as because I had a C-section, they put those blood circulating machines on your legs.
Yeah.
It just made it spread all the way down to my legs.
Oh
There was like
no.
2 rounds of steroids before it finally knocked it out. I was miserable. Ugh,
Oh, that's terrible.
awful.
Wow, that's terrible. It's all these things that come along with having a baby that they don't tell you about. Like,
Right?
give me a break. Like, wow, how would you have ever thought you would ever have something like that?
Ugh, it's wild.
Yeah,
At
Well,
least
that's
we
why
had
crazy.
places back then.
I know. That's why Matt never let me have another one because he's like, it's too hard on you.
Yeah, I feel you. Believe me. All
Yeah,
right, I'm going to
like,
stop the recording, but we'll be back here again next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We hope you guys will join us. And we're going to stay on for the business call for anyone who wants to chat business.